Welcome to The Awesome Reader, where we review different books by different authors. This Sunday, we review Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl. The facts of the book. Anne Frank is a 13-year-old Jewish girl born in Frankfurt in 1929. She was born of father Otto Frank, who was a successful businessman. She had a bigger sister called Margot. She started narrating and writing the events on a diary in 1942, just a month after she turned 13 years. The beginning of Hitler influence in Germany made the father find ways of moving the family out of Frankfurt, Germany, and they moved slowly, and 1 year later they were reunited in Holland. The book has 285 pages, first published in 1947, while the edition I have was printed in 2017. The book has sold over 25 million copies. It's small, very compact, very nice cover. It has a photo of Anne Frank on the cover of the book, and currently the book retails at 1,300 Kenya shillings. Highlights of the book. In the beginning of the book, it starts with the uprising of Hitler and the Nazi movement in Germany. Hitler immediately began the anti-Jewish action after assuming power, and that's after the First World War. The idea of Hitler was to cleanse the land of all non-Germans, that is, to make German pure. Anne Frank starts her diary in 1942, immediately after her 13th birthday. Immediately she tells us about her cat called Mochi, and how she mentioned the cat in the story shows a tight link and bond to the cat. We read briefly on the reason of why she wanted to start the diary. And now I come to the root of the matter. The reason for my starting a diary. It is that I have no such real friends. Let me put it more clearly. Since no one will believe that a girl of 13 feels herself quite often in the world, nor is it so. I have darling parents and a sister of 16. I know about 30 people whom one might call friends. I have strings of boyfriends, anxious to catch a glimpse of me, and who, failing that, peep at me through mirrors in class. I have relations, aunts and uncles, who are darlings too, a good home. No, I don't seem to lack anything. But it's the same with all my friends, just fun and joking, nothing more. I can never bring myself to talk of anything outside the common round. We don't seem to be able to get any closer. That is the root of the trouble. Perhaps I lack confidence, but anyway, there it is, a stubborn fact, and I don't seem to be able to do anything about it. Mistreatment of the Jews started. They had curfews, food rations, and most of the freedoms were curtailed under Hitler regime. In July 1942, a month after the birthday, threats on their lives made their father plan for them to go into hiding to the attic in his office. In this attic, a small space, they were joined by another family. In total, there were 8 people in this hideout. The diary goes into details in their living conditions in the hideouts, the help they received from their father's friends who were Germans and were gracious to hide them in the building, the challenges she was having with her mother, typical of any young girl that is growing up. They kept receiving news of Jewish friends being taken away to concentration camps, and she would describe this in details and how it made her feel sad. Her dad ensured that they had a steady stream of books, therefore she kept herself busy, hoping to go back to school. The last entry of the diary was in 1st August 1944, and on 4th August, an informer led the Gestapo to their hideout. The 8 Jews in the hideout, almost 2 years, were rounded up and taken to the local prisons. In 1944, they were sent to Auschwitz in Poland, and as per Nazi customs, they were separated, the men and the women. It's at this point that they were never reunited again. Anne's mother died in January 1945. The same year in March, Anne also passed away due to hunger and conditions on the concentration camps in Auschwitz. Her father survived and was given Anne's diary papers as the Gestapo, that is, the Germans, did not consider them to be of any benefits to them. To my opinion, the book is quite captivating and provides suspense on each day of their existence in the hideout. Anne has managed to make us part of the family. As I read the book, I got so engrossed into the book, the fight they had as a family, the challenges of getting food, challenges of living in enclosure or in small enclosures. Again, the diary is simple to follow. In some instances, Anne will first remind you of what transpired on previous days before setting out the current day's events. As much as it's a simple book to read, it's emotionally charged and will require a second and or a third reading. For me, the book ends at a low emotionally, especially when you get to know that all the people in the hideout, except Frank, that is Anne's dad, survived. It's a book that the teens and adults alike could enjoy. Have you read Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl? Please share your thoughts on the comment section below. As usual, please share, like, subscribe, and let's keep the Awesome Reader community growing. This has been Awesome Reader. Subscribe and share. Remember today our partnership with Textbook Center. Therefore, in the description box below, find the link to Textbook Center online, order your books online, and use the code in the description box below to have a 5% discount on all the books you order from Textbook Center. Till next Sunday, let's keep reading.